What's up, Brunswick County? This month on Brunswick Biz, we begin here at Ocean Isle Beach, where we'll visit Coastal Wine Room. And then we'll head to Supply to speak with Katie Mae Garner of Companion Cremation Services. And finally, we'll go to Southport to visit Southport Cheese Shop. So stay with us. This is Brunswick Biz, connecting Brunswick County one business at a time. Joining me now at Coastal Wine Room in Ocean Isle Beach is Frank West. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, Frank, you and your wife Wendy opened this business earlier this year, and you've just completed your first summer season, and y'all are excited to be down here.
Yes, it has always been a lifelong dream of ours to come to Ocean Isle Beach to retire, and now to add to it, opening up a wine room and getting to meet all the people here and the visitors. It's really a great experience.
So locals and visitors alike are really enjoying what you have here.
Absolutely. We're offering something unique for Ocean Isle Beach. There wasn't a wine room here before, and it just seemed like an excellent addition to the island that we could bring and also have an opportunity to meet a lot of new people.
Yeah, Brunswick County is a great place to start a wine room. And what led you to decide to open this business here?
Well, we enjoy going to wine rooms. We have a passion for wine and for beer, and this just seemed like something that the island was missing, and it gave us an opportunity to bring something that would add to the ambience of the island.
Okay, so you were telling me that you opened in May.
Correct, May 10th.
And it's been pretty good past few months.
We've been well received, yes.
That's good. Yeah, tell me about some of the wine selection that you have here.
Well, my wife is responsible for taking care of most of the wine selections. We try to have an eclectic mix from all over the world. We carry some local wines, but pretty much they're wines from all over. Quite a few from California, France, Chile, Argentina. So we don't really focus in one area. We try to spread it out and offer perhaps a little different selection what you might find in other places.
So you can come here and taste wines from all around the world.
That's correct.
Which is great.
Yes.
Yeah, and there are little maps that you have around here that show, wines of France and Italy, and
it shows the regions where the varietals or the different varietals are grown, what their specialties are. Just provide a little extra education for people who might be wondering where the wine they're seeing is coming from.
And you do carry wines from North Carolina?
Yes, we do.
If somebody isn't familiar with wine, but they like it, they can come here and really get educated about it.
Yes, my wife has a very in-depth knowledge of wines and can help them make a selection or explain about a wine that they're tasting, so they have a little better understanding about what made that wine maybe taste so good for them. We again, try to spread out the selection so everybody could find something they might like.
And what wines are very popular right now?
Rieslings have made a comeback in the last few years. For a long time, they seemed to fall off in popularity, but with the addition of now drier Rieslings alongside of the sweet Rieslings that have always existed, they've really brought new interest to that particular varietal.
What sets Rieslings apart from other wines? For somebody like me, I don't know too much about wine, so.
I think they're a little easier drinking wine. And again, if you tend to lean towards sweet wines, it's probably going to be right up your alley. If you want something sweeter than a Chardonnay or maybe a Cab Franc, then the Riesling will meet that requirement.
Moving on to the beer selection that you have, that's your area.
Yes.
Isn't that right?
Yes.
So you have some on tap as well as in bottles and cans.
At any given time, we have 6 beers on tap. They're rotated very frequently, so there's always something different going up. Sometimes we do bring back an old favor by popular demand, but we never try to leave it up for too long, and so that there's something new going up for people to try.
So you could come here every week or every few days and see something new on tap.
Exactly.
What are the popular beers that are out right now that you carry? And you were telling me the sour beers are popular?
Sour beers are something that seems to be very popular, especially for people coming off the beach and want something that's like a refreshing beer for them. But also the session beers or the fruity beers are going to meet that need as well. A lot of the IPAs now have fruit flavors in them. They may not actually have fruit in them because they can get the fruit flavors from different techniques of brewing
process.
But there's also a beer called Rattlers, which are half beer and half actual fruit, or it could be almost anything, tea for that matter. And so there's the variety of beers now being offered is tremendous, and we see a lot of people really getting into something other than your basic beers that have been around for a long time.
Yeah, Frank, tell me about the experience that your customers walk into when they come to Coastal Wine Room. I know right in front of us we have these small plates that your wife Wendy has put together.
Right.
Tell us about the menu.
Okay, we have a small menu of small plates. These are to sate somebody's appetite if they come in and they want, if you're going to be drinking beer or wine, most people want to have a little something with it. It's not, obviously not everybody, but if they haven't been to dinner, and they might just want to have something before.
Yeah, it's a good social snack where you want to get together with a couple of friends and come hang out. We're sitting down at your tables you have here, and you also have a gorgeous bar. Tell me about that. That was one of the things that really struck me when I walked in.
Well, the bar top is a centerpiece for us. We put a little extra effort into that. My son and I designed the bar, and then we had it made by Custom Nautical Art in Massachusetts. The gentleman builds boat tables and bars for bigger boats, yachts, and people who want a nautical look to their decor. It's all hand built. We used, and he's real well known for his inlays, so we had them put in some compass roses of unique woods. And it came out really well. We were very pleased with it.
It looks great, as well as the rest of the shop. All the wines are displayed, organized very nicely.
Thank you.
You made it easy for somebody to come and browse and find what they're looking for. Tell me about these plates that we have in front of us.
Okay. Well, we have pot stickers, which come with a sweet and sour sauce and a soy sauce. We have a charcuterie cheese board, which has 3 different kinds of cheese. We have a couple different kinds of nuts and crackers, and then also dried apricots, and then to finish off a chocolate-covered pretzel. Then we have pretzels and hummus for someone who wants something maybe even a little lighter.
What wines and beers do these typically pair with? Do they go well with anything, or are they designed to go with certain wines or beers?
Certain cheeses will go with certain wines. As a matter of fact, we had a recent event where my wife did a wine and cheese pairing. In that particular case, she selected certain cheeses that went really well with a particular kind of wine. But these plates are pretty much set up so that they can be drank with wine or beer and enjoyed without having to put much thought into, well, I'm drinking this and it goes well with crackers, or something like that.
What additional plates do you carry?
We have a chips and salsa dip, and we also have a spinach and artichoke dip as well.
Sounds good.
So, yes.
I also wanted to ask you about Untapped. It's an app that you can download for your phone
I noticed
or
you
tablet.
saw it when you came in. We're a certified venue for Untapped, which just means that our menus are up on the Untapped program. It's an application for your phone or computer where you can go in and try new, you can rate beers that you're trying in real time. It also allows you to track where your favorite beers might be in the area. You can search for beers and it'll tell you where you can find them. As a certified venue, they also put our menus up. And when we put a new beer on tap, it's sent out to some of the Untapped members who may be following that particular beer, they'll get a notification that we now have that beer on tap, so they know where to find it. Yes.
So our viewers can go on to the Apple App Store or Android, Google Play, and download that for their phone, and that way they can stay in touch with
free app,
with what the Coastal Wine Room is carrying right now.
Yes, it also encourages people to expand it has a rewards program where they can expand, to help them expand their what they're trying, rather than going back to the same beer every time. There's an encouragement there for them to just try something new and different.
All right, Frank, thanks so much for inviting us out here. As we leave, tell our viewers where they can find you and get in touch with you.
Sure, we're located on the actual island of Ocean Isle Beach, right across from the museum and next to the Drift Coffee Shop.
All right, and your website?
The website is coastalwineroom.com.
All right, and they can find you on Facebook as well. Just search Coastal Wine Room.
Facebook, Yelp,
like your page.
Untapped, Google.
Plenty of places to find out what's going on here at Coastal Wine Room. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for coming and meeting us.
We're here at Companion Cremation Services in Supply, and joining me now is Katie Mae Garner. And thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
So this is a pretty new business that you've started, brand new building, and you specialize in helping families say goodbye to their beloved pets.
Exactly. We opened up probably about March of this year. Things really took off in April. And we just make the difficult task of parting with a beloved pet as easy as possible for the owners.
Yeah, and that's very important because people love their pets and they really are part of people's families.
That's exactly right. We treat them just as if they are a family member, exactly as a human would be treated in their afterlife care.
So tell me about what Companion Cremation Services does. Of course, you can take care of things, after a pet passes away, but you go beyond that and help memorialize.
Well, we offer private and communal cremations, private being just your pet being cremated by itself. A communal cremation is a bit more cost effective if you're just looking for a means to dispose of your pet after your pet passes, but you don't necessarily want to keep the cremains. That would be a communal cremation, and we do have beautiful farmland surrounding our building where we can dispose of ashes after a communal cremation takes place. So it is still a dignified manner of disposing of your pet, but you don't get the cremains back to you. And we do pre-planning as well. That takes a lot of the pain out of any kind of aftercare process, in that you just kind of take care of it before that day happens. You can go ahead and pick out a specialty urn if you want something to be ordered, or just any kind of specialty cremains product. We can order that ahead of time, and it also just locks in a price. That way, if your pet passes 10 months from now and we happen to have raised our prices, you still have that same price that you paid when you pre-plan. And then also 24-hour, 365 days a year service. If your pet happens to pass on a Saturday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we will come to your house and pick up your pet. It's no problem to us. We are locals. We live really close to our facility, both my dad and myself, so it's no problem to run around the county and pick up an animal.
What made you want to go into this line of business?
We are an animal-loving family, and I say that to the extreme. I mean, our animals are a part of our everyday lives and always have been. And I wanted to be a veterinarian growing up, and I did not get into vet school. And I just kind of did odd and ends jobs after college, not really knowing what I wanted to do or where my place was in life. And my father as well, he owned a hardware store for several years. And when it closed, he also did odds and end jobs, just trying to find something to do for the rest of his life because he wasn't ready to retire. He ended up working for White Funeral Home, and he is human cremation certified. He didn't really think he would do anything with that in life, but he is human cremation certified. He said that people call probably twice a week asking if they do cremate pets, and human cremators do not cremate pets. Mm-hmm. You don't mix the two. So he said, hey, you want to open an animal crematorium? And he caught me on the right day at my job, and I said, yes, let's do it. Enthusiastically.
Hey, Katie Mae, When should somebody be thinking about the pre-planning? I thought that was interesting. Is there a right time for that?
Unfortunately, people probably don't think about doing it until their pet shows some sign of ill health or passing in the future. But I mean, any time's a good time to do it. If your pet is in great health, that's a good time to do it because you're in the right state of mind. You can think clearly. And you might as well just go ahead and take care of it so that when the day comes and your pet does pass, you can just easily pass them on to us and we'll take care of everything and you can just be at peace.
So that's what you're here for, is to help comfort
yes,
people
definitely.
through the process of losing their furry friend. And another thing I wanted to ask was, do you just do dogs and cats, or do you do a wide range of pets?
We are technically a small animal crematorium. We can cremate up to 300 pounds.
Okay.
So if you have a goat that is your companion, your best friend, we would happily cremate your goat. I haven't had a goat, but it's mostly cats and dogs that we do see. We have cremated a bird. We have cremated turtles, and we also do Good Samaritan cremations, as in any kind of roadkill that someone might bring into an animal hospital. We'll happily cremate that as well, because every animal deserves that piece.
Absolutely. And what is the process when somebody comes in? What's the first step when somebody comes in for your services?
Well, for the most part, we do pick up animals that have passed from animal hospitals. Occasionally, we do have people that actually come into our facility and do the pre-planning or bring their pet in, or we pick their pet up from their house. But then we would cremate based on weight, and the price does vary based on the weight of the animal. Of course, the larger the animal, the more time it takes to cremate, so the price does increase. But we cremate their animal. Their animal is reduced to bone matter, white bone matter, and then we actually grind that bone matter into the ash material. And then we place it into the urn. And we also put a disc, an ID disc, with the animal. So that accompanies the animal from start to finish. So there's never any question of whether that animal is yours or not. So the specific animal has an ID number associated with it from start to finish.
And the once the cremation process is done and everything, what do you do to help memorialize someone's pet?
We place the cremains in a very nice urn. It's Paulownia wood out of Brazil. It's a nice cherry finish. We also give an engravable ID tag that can be placed on the urn, and it can be engraved saying whatever you would like it to say, the pet's name, their date of life, really anything, nickname, saying. So they can put that on the urn as well. But pretty much anything you can think of, we can order. We specialty order lots of different types of urns, keepsake jewelry. We have
Some of the items that are behind us.
yeah, some of the items that are behind us. We also do a paw print. I failed to mention that. That is
paw print?
Yes, that's one of the most important things. People really, really look forward to getting that paw print. And honestly, that's the most stressful part of the job for me, because I want to make sure that paw print is the best possible for the owner.
Absolutely.
And some of the specialty urns that we offer are locally made. We have a local wood maker that makes some, and we also have some clay urns that can be ordered as well.
If somebody is working with their vet, what can they do if they want to use you for your services?
Most vets in the area do use us solely, so they can just take their animal to their local animal hospital, and they don't have to worry about anything. The veterinary hospital contacts us, and we do return cremains to the animal hospital. But if for some reason their veterinary hospital doesn't use us, they can certainly just ask for us, and we would be happy to go to that animal hospital. We can travel anywhere, really. We don't mind at all.
So Katie Mae, you have a very unique business. Thank you so much for allowing us to come and check it out. And now we know that there's a place for folks here in Brunswick County to memorialize and remember their beloved pets.
Yes, we are here, and we are happy to serve anyone, and we just...
And you serve the entire county?
Oh yeah, the entire
from
county.
Wheeland to Calabash, all the way down
Certainly.
to Southport.
Yeah, even in North Myrtle and Little River,
Wow,
we've
okay.
traveled across the line a couple times as well, and we don't mind doing that at all.
All right. And as we close out our time together, tell me your contact information, such as your website and phone number.
Sure. We are located at 65 Sellers Road, right in Supply by Brunswick Animal Hospital. Our website is companioncremations.com. Our email address is companioncremations@gmail.com. and our phone number is 910-754-7166. And anytime you call that number, it'll go straight to a cell phone if for some reason it's after hours, so we can always be reached.
Are you on social media as well?
We are. We can also be found on Facebook.
All right, well, thank you so much, Katie Mae.
Thank you.
I'm here at Southport Cheese Shop, which is located on North Howe Street in Southport, and Lisa Stetner is joining me now. And you own and operate this business along with your husband, Eric.
That's right.
And how long have y'all been open?
We've been open just about a year. It was a year 2 weeks ago.
A year, 2 weeks ago. So there's been a very positive response from the community since you've been here. You were telling me that this is something that people here in Brunswick County have really been looking for a long time.
That's what they tell me.
They come in and they see stuff that they haven't seen before in a store around here.
Yep.
So, what prompted you to open a cheese shop in Southport?
Well, my husband had a business in New Jersey, and I was driving a school bus. And we just wanted a slower pace. So we came down here, and he sold his business. And we were just looking for something to do, weren't quite getting what we wanted through, just having a job working for somebody else. So we decided, we have to do something. And then a couple of neighbors approached me about opening the cheese shop, and that was it.
Yeah,
that was it.
Cheese has been a learning experience for you, so you've learned a lot in opening a cheese shop.
And still learning.
Still learning.
Still learning.
So if people have questions and they come in, they can ask you and you can help them out. And,
and if I don't know the answer, I'll look it up. I'll find out. Yep.
Okay, and so you offer more than just cheese.
Right.
You have olive oils and breads and all sorts of stuff. Tell me about some of the products you have.
We have, our breads are from New Jersey, Canada, and that's one of the items that people will come in and say, oh my gosh, finally we found good bread. They're looking for nice crusty bread. We have a Jewish seeded rye, we have a ciabatta, we have a French baguette, sesame loaf, and we also have fig spreads that go with the cheeses. You could pair with the cheeses more than just fig spread. You could pair honey, you could pair olives, quince paste, everything.
It's not just bread and butter with cheese. It's you can do all kinds of stuff with cheese.
Yeah, it's definitely more than what you think it.
Yeah. And you also have grilled cheese paninis.
We have paninis,
which sounds so good.
Yep, paninis with we don't have cold sandwiches. It's paninis, grilled cheese paninis, and we'll put a fig spread on those. We'll put a bacon jam, roasted red tomatoes. So, different varieties. Probably about 5 different sandwiches a day.
And you also do different wine and cheese pairings. Is something new that you're doing now here in the community. So little events that folks can come and check out.
Yep, we're having a wine and cheese pairing in May 19th with one of the local wine shops here. I don't know if I'm able to name them, but
they can go to your Facebook page to find out more.
Yeah, Facebook is definitely my biggest source of information right now.
But we're going to go ahead and check out some of the cheese that you have here in the shop, and I'm going to sample something. I can't wait for that. I'm excited.
Good.
Lisa, here at the Southport Cheese Shop, you carry cheese from all around the world, isn't that right?
That's correct.
Yeah, tell me about where your cheese comes from. You're telling me Europe, everywhere.
We get a manchego from Spain. We get actually this ubriacone, which is it's a hard Italian cheese that they pierce it and then they soak it in a local red wine. Comes from Italy, Veneto, Italy. We get our Goudas from northern and southern Holland. It comes from all over. Our brie is from France, and we get it from The U.S. too. We get Wisconsin cheese, Vermont cheese, North Carolina cheese.
Yeah.
So.
You even carry cheese curds. You're telling me
curds,
people
yep.
come from Wisconsin, they haven't had cheese curds, they couldn't find them here in North Carolina, but now they can right here in your shop.
Yep.
So North Carolina cheese, this cheese right here, tell me about it. It comes from
Goat Lady Dairy.
Goat Lady Dairy.
They're in Climax, North Carolina. They actually started their cheese making in old tobacco barns. But this is an award-winning cheese. It's called Lindale. It's their cow's milk Gouda.
Okay, and I can try some right here.
You can try
sample.
it, yeah. It's got a nice, mild, buttery taste. Pairs well with, if you want to drizzle a little honey on it or have some nuts with it.
It's very good. Yeah. So right here you have a platter. So y'all make platters
We make
for
cheese
parties
platters.
or whatever you need. How do you do the process of that if somebody comes to you?
First of all, I'll ask the people what kind of cheese they like and what kind of cheese they don't want on it. Because definitely everybody has different tastes. So what I might like or what I might think is spicy is not going to taste the same to somebody else necessarily. But we'll put meats. We have a variety of salamis and we have caper berries that we just got in, red roasted tomatoes, stuffed olives, Castelvetrano olives. Any kind of spreads and honeys will pair nicely with it.
Okay, I see you have some here. Like this is from North Carolina. This is I cannot pronounce this name.
It's a supersad.
Supersad.
Yep.
Okay, and you can just eat that straight up or with a cracker or
just
however you like.
Cut it in some nice thin slices, have it on a cracker with your cheese, or put it on a cheese platter and.
So if you're looking to entertain, come here to the Southport Cheese Shop and you can get what you need. Thanks so much for being with us on Brunswick Biz, Lisa. Tell us where you're located and how our viewers can get in touch with you.
We are located at 417 North House Street in Southport. When you're coming into town, we're just before the water tower on the right-hand side, the brick building. You can also find us on Facebook, like us on Facebook, and that will direct you to our webpage and our contact information. So if you have any questions or if you'd like to order something, we're happy to ship it to you. Come see us.
All right, Lisa, thanks so much.
Thank you.
That does it for this month's show. If you have a question, comment, or suggestion for us here on Brunswick Biz, give us a call at 755-1770 or visit atmctv.com. I'm Nathan Evers reminding you to shop local, and we'll see you next month on Brunswick Biz, connecting Brunswick County one business at a time.
We are ATMC TV, Channel 3 and HD Channel 910, your community channel.
ATMC offers internet speeds up to 1 gigabit per second, but we like to call it Gigabunch, because now you can download a bunch more songs, stream a bunch more movies, play a bunch more games, and use a bunch more devices, all without losing any speed. And when you build your own bundle with high-speed internet, digital cable, reliable home phone, and ATMC security with smart home solutions, you save a bunch. Build your bundle today with ATMC.
Getting an alert the kids made it home safely or need to let guests in when you're not there. That's ATMC security. And then there's the time when having professionally monitored smart home security really matters. ATMC Security offers remote access, real-time alerts, video monitoring, and interactive security, keeping you connected to your home from wherever you are. Start with 24/7 emergency monitoring for burglary, smoke, fire, and carbon monoxide for as low as $17.95 per month. ATMC Security. Safeguard your home.
At ATMC, we get it. We know you'd rather spend your time surfing, tweeting, gaming, and checking out your favorite sites. It's important to stay connected to those who matter most. That's why we're here. ATMC. Local company, local priorities.
Get an AT&T mobile share plan from ATMC and never worry about data again. You can share data on up to 10 devices with no overages and rollover data, all for $0 down. Add a new tablet for only $10 a month, and AT&T's new Stream Saver lets you watch more video while using less data. Cool, right? Stop paying too much for data and start sharing. Only at ATMC, your local authorized AT&T retailer.